guys, what is up? We're having an awesome day. Welcome back to the videos. It's a little bit weird. There's there's no car here. Oh well. This is weird. We had so many cars out the front and now we have this. Anyway guys, today I have to go get some hardware to go do some stuff with this car. I really want to try and find a better way to mount the seat. I have got all bolts in there, but none of the bolts actually came with the seat. I had to sort of go around and try and find some bolts that I had here. However, I want to try and make it a whole lot safer. So I'm going to go around and grab some high tensile bolts from Bunnings. And not only that, is I really want to fix this whole gauge setup up here. I think I may have cracked the 3D printed part up here. And I'm gonna have to go fix that today because these gauges fall out every now and then. So I'm gonna try and situate this a whole lot nicer today. And yeah, let's get straight into it. I just made that at Bunnos and got some stuff. So I ended up getting some M10 high tensile bolts, as well as some really thick washers as well, and some lock nuts as well, just to make sure nothing comes loose. So we'll quickly jump home. Before that, I'm lending my car to Riley and she needs some fuel, so let's go grab some fuel. Right, yeah, so I really gotta fix that door. Few things I got some M10 high tensile bolts, as I said before, some oversized washers and some lock nuts. So let's take the seat out real quick and we'll fix up all the things underneath it. Righto, so the bolts that I grabbed from here were actually the original bolts that held the rail to the original seat in the car. The only one was, this one here was a bit of a difference because they'd had like a little bit of a janky cut down there on the rail. This is a genuine bride rail. Whether it's a genuine bride set or not, I'm not quite sure, but genuine bride rail anyway. So yeah, all I have to do now is I'm just gonna replace these bolts right here that are not so flash looking, and replace them with a whole new set of high tensile bolts. I probably trust these a whole lot more than the ones that are currently in there because they're a bit bigger. I know that they're high tensile, and I know that with the washers I have right there, they're going to be big enough to cover up any imperfections in those holes as well and evenly distribute the weight. So quickly undo all these, we'll get straight to work. Righto, so let's quickly chuck these new bolts in and try and position the seat as far forward as possible. So we'll see how it goes. And there we have it. I feel way better about that seat situation. Way better. Excellent. Yeah, I'm stoked with that. Feels so much more solid than what I had. I'm stoked. Rightio. Next, let's quickly rip apart this dash. We'll get these gauges situated. Alright, so it looks as though, like with the sun or something like that, maybe just this little, this 3D printed piece might have failed. Because it's like, sort of like all the really thin bits, it sort of cracked through there, and then all up through here, it's kind of like a little bit warped and stuff. However, that's not to worry whatsoever. Matt did such a great job sort of making this whole piece, and he's always developing new things, so I'm keen to see what he comes up with next. So I'll send him all sort of this information here, so that way in the future, if he ever wants to start making some of these for if he ever wants to start making some of these for anyone other than me, then he can jump onto it. But another thing I really like is I really like these shields. I didn't actually think I would, but definitely in the sun, these are a must. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to quickly just sort of work it all out, and I reckon I could just sort it out all the way through the top. So I might even put something at the very top or something just to stop it all from slipping out. Whether it's just like a little tiny dab of something, just so that way it can't force itself through. Because yeah, the only sort of way it's coming out is it's sort of jiggling itself loose. So if I could just put something there to stop it from jiggling loose, that'd be awesome. So yeah, we'll get to work. Rightio, so I feel great in this seat now. It doesn't move at all. And then, yeah, these gauges are looking so much nicer. They're all pressed in, they're not moving anywhere. As you can see, they're all flat, and I've just reset all the peaks and everything else as well. So now they're only gonna beep if something is actually wrong, instead of beeping at idle, telling me I have low oil pressure when it doesn't. So yeah, that's sick, awesome. Ooh, look at this. Just gonna quickly block out his name, but it's talking about the new car. How good. Here guys, so there we have it. Skyline is feeling a whole lot nicer, and I'm actually feeling a lot safer with that seat the way it is now. It doesn't move around anywhere near as much as before. But yeah, it's beautiful. So anyway, alright, so little other things for the Skyline I really want to do. First of all, I need to get a new injector seal. If you guys remember, when I was testing for those boost leaks a couple of months back, we still found one around that injector seal. I just haven't got anything sorted as of yet. Quickly open the engine bay, see if I can think of anything else. Aesthetically, I don't really think there's anything I would like to do to it. It's pretty chill. It's sort of, I personally like it. One thing now that it's probably going to be the daily, I really want to see if I could take those stickers off, and I really want to get it dark tinted, so that way, I just, it looks a little bit nice and clean. And once again, I have a theory, if your car looks nice and clean, the cops don't bother you as much. So, anyway, let's quickly jump around to the inside of the car. So yes, new injector seal. Apart from that, everything else is all good. This car's got no leaks as of yet. I think it has a very, very, very slight one. I put some silica around the fuel cap, so that's not leaking anymore. That's no worries. So hopefully that holds up, and hopefully that silicone is all good. I really want to mount this power steering res somewhere different instead of over the top of the turbo, because me and power steering just don't like each other. But I'll see if I can work out a way. I might even see if I can mount it sort of down the side here. So if it does drip, it goes into that intercooler piping hole and then just goes all over my wheels and then screws them up. I also need some 245s on the front of this. So those tyres we literally just got that are around the side here for the new car would be perfect for it. But I really do need to go get some new tyres. These ones aren't too bad, so I'm literally just trying to wear them out as much as humanly possible. The next big thing to come on this car, I have to order it still. Is a new hot side. So new manifold, new turbo, new dump. So that's the only thing stopping this thing from going 400 horsepower at the moment. So having a chat to Darren and also having a chat to the boys over at Lep Labs, this dump especially is extremely restrictive. And then not only that, but the actuator for this max pitting rods turbo is not the greatest. Doesn't hold up to as much as I would personally like. And then if you're going to just change those two things, you may as well just get a different manifold at the same time. So that's going to be coming in the very near future as well as Darren is currently in the works with some pricing on getting a replacement cam gear. I think fresh out of Japan, they want about $1,000 for a cam gear. That is ridiculous, and I'm not paying $1,000 for a cam gear. So yeah. So yeah, we're looking into replacement options. There is actually a company that make them, but it's a little bit different again, and I'm not quite sure exactly who makes it, but I'll see if I can get some more information for you guys. So the only thing is, this car is currently working. I want to see how far I can push it, the way that it's working, and then we'll see what else fails in the future, and we'll go from there. It's got a good catch can set up on it at the moment, can breathe nicely. It is just a little bit restrictive on that dump side, so as long as everything is all good here, I'm happy. It's making 280 horsepower. That's more than enough for me to go drifting. So 2021, here we come. Hopefully you guys believe me. But I also need to get a different hot side for the new car as well. The new car has a turbo setup that's very sort of, I don't know how you can really explain it. The new turbo for the car that I'm getting, the whole setup is just really sort of, it's not as efficient as it could be, and it's definitely something that should be upgraded if you were to get these cars anyway. So I'm looking at going with a different turbo setup for that car there, which will be a whole kit, which I really want to do myself, which would be really fun. So that is coming very, very soon as well. So yeah, pretty much the first thing for both the new cars will be new turbo kits for both of them. So I can't complain. I love my turbos. So yeah. Also, another thing I really want to do to this car very soon is I really want to give it a full service. With that brand new two-way, it probably is fine, but I really want to put some new oil in it, as well as gearbox has had new oil in it, but I want to change it around again, being the first time in its new home, in its new car. I really want to change the oil in the thing, flush all the brakes, redo all the brake pads as well, reset the handbrake as well, because the handbrake's all weird and annoying. Oh man, it's never ending, but I'm happy with this car. I love it. It's a good looking car, and even though these things are worth about 20 grand at the moment, you guys are still going to see me flog this thing around the track because I don't think it's the prettiest car in the world, but that's a good thing because I actually want to push it, so that's the goal. And the interior is actually a place I freaking love on this car, so yeah. I'm actually pretty keen to see just how much oil this new catch can setup has actually caught in the last, I think it's been 3 weeks or so, and you know, when I drive this car, I never really drive it nicely. I beat on it every now and then. So let's quickly grab a cap and see how much oil actually comes out of it. Because I'm pretty keen to find out myself. I need a little thingy thing. I don't know if I have one. Oh my god, it has caught nothing. That is amazing. I wonder if it has a little tiny bit at the bottom of the cap, and that is absolutely nothing. That is wicked. I am stoked with that. Hell yeah, I am freaking stoked with that. That's wicked. It's probably all pulled up to the other side, but oh well, I'm pretty stoked. At least it didn't pull up enough to actually have to come out the other side, but that's all I managed to get out of it. Hell yeah. Alrighty guys, well I'm going to cut off the video there. I am buggered. Massive thank you to everyone for watching the video. I really do appreciate it. If you guys made it this far in the video, I just wanted to let you guys know, give you guys a little bit of an insight, as a little bit of a sneak peek to the new car in a way. But yeah, anyway, I guess it's not really a sneak peek. I don't know. I'm going to try and film some one clip, so I'll see how it goes. I was looking online and I was looking up side skirts and everything else as well for this car, and everything is just so expensive. It's definitely going to be a very long process. However, one thing I really wanted to do is there's body pieces for this everywhere. There is thousands of aftermarket panels for this car. So I was looking at side skirts and I was looking at carbon side skirts, and I'm not really into the whole carbon thing. I don't know, it kind of looks really cool, but I think at the end of the day, unless you go all out with carbon and it's all the same weave and everything else as well, it can kind of look a little bit poxy in a way. So getting carbon stuff wasn't really something that I wanted to do, but if it wasn't carbon, it was fiberglass or it was plastic, and then I'd have to paint the plastic. And of course, getting side skirts, I didn't really want to get plastic or fiberglass side skirts. So what I've actually considered doing, or just looking at, is testing out my own like carbon fiber skinning sort of stuff, but not doing carbon fiber weave, but forged carbon fiber looks. So cutting up carbon weave and then laying it and putting epoxy resin and then clear coat over the top of that. So I've been looking at doing all that sort of stuff, and just ordered a whole bunch of stuff. It's a couple of months away, all the stuff, so hopefully we get it pretty soon. But I'm pretty keen to test it out and see what we can do. So I'm gonna be testing out as soon as I get all the stuff. Probably not on a part from the new car, but probably from a part, like maybe Sarah's bumper that's around the side of the house, or I don't know, maybe a little trim piece out of an FG or something like that I have lying around. I think it'd be really cool testing it out. But yeah, we'll see how we go. It's gonna be very interesting, having like a forged carbon look. And I also can't find any forged carbon pieces whatsoever for the new car. So I don't know. Could be something a little bit interesting, and maybe potentially a new business venture for me as well. If people end up liking it, then I can keep producing parts and be really cool. So anyway guys, thank you so much everyone for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.